breaking news for Social Security recipients across America. This is the moment many have been waiting for. The long-anticipated Golden Lifetime Security Checks are finally being mailed out as we speak. That's right, those $6,663 checks we've heard so much about, whispers, rumors, hopes, are now real, tangible, and making their way into mailboxes across the nation starting today. The big question is, are you among the millions of Americans eligible to receive this historic financial boost? Since early this morning, I've been flooded with messages from viewers reporting that their neighbors, family members, and even local community members have received notification letters, with the full checks expected to arrive within just a few short days. This could be the financial lifeline Social Security recipients have needed more than ever, especially during these difficult economic times marked by rising prices and financial uncertainty. Have you checked your mailbox today? Because this may very well be the most crucial envelope you'll open all year. If you're new here, take a second to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell, because I'll be delivering real-time updates every single day as these Golden Lifetime Security checks roll out nationwide. You do not want to miss the critical information I'm about to break down. Information that could mean an extra $6,663 in your pocket this month alone. Let's begin by clearing up what this Golden Lifetime Security Check program actually is, because there's been a lot of confusion and inaccurate information spreading online. First and foremost, this is not your standard Social Security benefit, nor is it the typical annual cost of living adjustment we see every year. Instead, this is a special one-time supplemental payment, an economic recovery initiative authorized through recent legislative action, created specifically to address the severe inflationary pressures Social Security recipients have faced over the past 2 years. Officially titled the Social Security Recipient Economic Recovery Payment, the program has earned the nickname Golden Lifetime Security Check due to its distinctive gold-colored envelope and special check design, crafted to reflect both its significance and uniqueness. So why are these checks being issued now? After months of relentless advocacy by senior citizens groups, economic advisors, and financial justice organizations, Congress and lawmakers acknowledge that traditional cost of living increases have been insufficient in helping recipients keep pace with skyrocketing costs, especially in healthcare, housing, and food. Recent economic reports confirm that older Americans and people on fixed incomes have been hit the hardest by these price hikes. Have you noticed how your weekly groceries that once cost $100 now total $150 or more? That's precisely the kind of pressure this new payment aims to relieve. Now to the question on everyone's mind. Who exactly qualifies for this one-time $6,663 Golden Lifetime Security Check? The eligibility guidelines are more inclusive this time around than with previous supplemental payments. Every current Social Security retirement benefit recipient qualifies, regardless of the amount you currently receive. This includes individuals on standard retirement benefits, spousal benefits, and survivor benefits. But it doesn't stop there. Individuals receiving Supplemental Security Income (SSI), Social Security Disability Insurance (SSDI), and even those covered under the Railroad Retirement Board are included in the eligibility list. So ask yourself, do any of these categories describe you or someone you care about? If so, this life-changing payment should be heading your way shortly. However, a few conditions are worth mentioning. You must have been actively receiving Social Security benefits as of April 1st of this year to qualify for the full $6,663 amount. Individuals who began receiving benefits after that date may still qualify, but on a prorated scale depending on when they enrolled. Another key requirement: you must have filed a tax return at least once in the past 3 years, even if your income didn't mandate it. This helps the Social Security Administration confirm your current address and ensure your check is sent to the correct place. One of the most impactful features of this payment is that it's a true supplement. That means it will not reduce, interfere with, or count against any other government benefits you may be receiving. The law was written with protective language that explicitly states this payment won't be counted as income when calculating eligibility for Medicaid, food assistance, SNAP, or housing subsidies. This is a major step forward, because in past instances, additional payments created problems for low-income recipients who risked losing critical assistance. Lawmakers listened to those concerns and ensured that protections are in place this time around. Now let's talk about how these checks are being delivered, because the method is different from what many people are used to. These Golden Lifetime checks are being sent exclusively through physical mail, not via direct deposit. This decision was made to reduce vulnerability to online fraud, which has been a growing issue with electronic benefit payments. The distribution schedule began today, starting with recipients born in January and February. Tomorrow, it will continue with March and April birth months. This pattern continues 2 months at a time until all checks are sent by the end of next week. Are you tracking your birth month to know exactly when your check is expected to be mailed? Now here's what to look for. These checks will arrive in bold gold-colored security envelopes featuring the official seal of the Social Security Administration prominently on the front. Inside, you'll find an official letter explaining the payment and the check itself, which is printed on special security paper. These design features not only make the envelope easy to identify, but they also include anti-counterfeit measures to protect your money. Please do not accidentally toss this envelope thinking it's junk mail. It's one of the most valuable pieces of mail you could receive all year. If your check doesn't arrive on schedule, don't panic. The Social Security Administration advises allowing 5 to 7 business days for delivery, depending on your region. However, if you haven't received your check within 10 full business days from your expected delivery date, you're encouraged to call the special verification hotline they've set up just for this distribution. The phone number is displayed on the SSA website and will also be listed in the description of this video. Please note, they are requesting that people wait the full 10 days before calling due to extremely high call volumes. Let's now address some common questions. First, are these checks taxable? Great news here. These payments are classified as economic recovery payments and not standard income, which means they are not subject to federal income tax and do not need to be reported on your federal tax return next year. However, some states have different tax codes, so I strongly suggest checking with a qualified tax advisor regarding your state's policy just to be safe. Another frequent question: why aren't these being deposited like regular Social Security checks? Again, it's for your protection. Mailing these checks instead of depositing them electronically was a deliberate move to avoid fraud. Once received, you can deposit the check at your bank as you normally would, and many banks are even waiving hold periods so you can access the funds immediately. Have you spoken to your bank yet about how they're handling these checks? If you have a representative payee managing your Social Security benefits, the check will be mailed directly to them. They are legally obligated to use that money in a way that directly benefits you, and the letter included will outline specific guidance for representative payees on how these supplemental funds should be used. For those living in assisted living or nursing facilities, there's excellent news. Facilities are prohibited by law from seizing these funds or factoring them into rate calculations. The full $6,663 belongs to the recipient, period. Lawmakers were adamant that this issue, which caused problems during prior stimulus efforts, be prevented this time. What should you do with this check once you receive it? Financial experts recommend dividing it into 3 key categories: immediate necessary expenses, debt repayment, and emergency savings. Maybe you've delayed medical treatments, home repairs, or car maintenance due to budget constraints. This check could cover those costs without disrupting your monthly finances. If you've built up high-interest credit card debt during the inflation crunch, now's the time to pay that down. With credit card APRs averaging over 20%, reducing that burden now can save you thousands in the long run. And if possible, tuck away at least $1,000 into an emergency fund. Having that cushion can mean the difference between peace of mind and financial stress when the unexpected hits. Of course, whenever the government issues a high-value benefit, scammers soon follow. The SSA is already warning recipients about fraudulent schemes targeting these checks. Please remember, no legitimate government agency will call, email, or text asking for personal information or payment in order to process this check. These payments are automatic. If you receive a suspicious message, report it immediately to the FTC and the Social Security Fraud Hotline. As these historic $6,663 Golden Lifetime Security checks continue rolling out across all 50 states, be vigilant, check your mail, safeguard your information, and be aware of the distribution timeline based on birth month. And if you've already received your check or notification, let us know. What are your plans for the funds? Share your stories in the comments so we can all learn from one another and help each other prepare. If this information has helped you, please hit the like button and share this video with anyone you know who receives Social Security benefits. So many people still don't realize these checks are on the way, and this news is just too important to miss. Don't forget to subscribe and tap the notification bell to stay connected. I'll be back tomorrow with more updates, answers to your questions, and real-time reports from viewers across the country. Staying informed is the first step to protecting and maximizing your benefits. Thank you for trusting us to bring you this essential update. Until next time, take care and keep an eye on that mailbox. Your golden check could arrive any day now.